Hello guys, how's it going? It's me, Yoko, from Japan, coming live from Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan. I am so sorry for being late. You guys were probably guessing what I was doing. Just getting ready, just being a woman, showering and putting on makeup. Sorry, so sorry. Oh, Bill Bees, hello. You know what? Today I'm coming live with StreamYard, so bam! I can do this! Why didn't I think of this earlier? Bill Bees, hope you survived the typhoon okay, Yoko. Are Japanese able to own firearms or have anything like the Second Amendment here in the US? First of all, typhoon, we survived it. It kind of like it didn't directly attack here, so we were okay. But there's a wall. Like I'm talking about us, like my husband and I. We live in this like a complex that many people live in this building, but next door, between next door and us, there's a wall, right? And it's a kind of thin so that you can evacuate when fire comes on. You break the wall and go to the other side or go to the stairs and so on. But with the massive wind, the wall was broken, like destroyed. So we were really surprised to see that. But anyway, we're okay other than that. So are Japanese people able to own firearms? So the firearms, no, we can't even carry knives and so on. I mean, we can as like, stationary and so on, but there's a law that prohibits us from, having weapons around like like swords and like guns and so on. So we don't have that. Okay, let's go, because I'm late. I was late. Let's go fast. Hi, Yoko. From smoke-filled skies of Arizona. Even in Arizona, man, I saw the pictures and footage of the wildfires. I don't even know it's wild anymore. It's many people are talking about different things, and I am not a conspiracy theorist. However, I am really like worried what like the cause of that, but the picture, the sky looks orange and it's so scary. I would run away. Like I can't. It's scary when the air is in danger, but I hope you are okay there. Yeah, okay. So what's up, guys? Wait. Why did she decide to open live stream for lunchtime? Someone should ask if she has eaten already. No, I wake up late. I'm a night person, so but last night I went to bed kind of early, like 1 a.m. or so, which is rare. I usually go to bed like I don't know, like 3 or so. So I wake up late. But anyway, yeah, this is set for you guys. The time is like considering your time. So hello Dallas, hello Rax, and oh my gosh, it skipped. Sorry, I can't see all of you. Smoke. The skies are smoky here in California as well. Yeah. Maybe Yoko is watching the Trump rally. I watched the interview by Janine Pirro, Judge Pirro, on Fox News. I checked that out briefly before hopping into the shower today. Yeah, so okay. Now, JC asks, who do you think will be the new Prime Minister? Chat? I am hoping for Kono. This time it's probably Mr. Suga, the Chief Cabinet Secretary for Abe administration right now. He will it's like solid, that there will be a voting on Monday, but we know that Mr. Suga, our Chief Cabinet Secretary, will be chosen. It's a Japanese thing that we all know beforehand. Like as for this type of, it's the leader of the Liberal Democratic Party. So yeah, it's just what happened. But Mr. Kono, though, the Jesse wrote, Mr. Kono is the current Minister for Defense. I hope it's a right one, like English expression. But Mr. Kono is good as for like national security and diplomacy. However, I don't know what he thinks about our tradition, which defines our conservatism here in Japan. So I don't know how he is. But he's not that bad though. Yeah, but we're a little skeptical. But so is for Mr. Suga. Conservative people are really, really strict when it comes to political thoughts. Let's go here. Oh, hello. Everyone's saying hello. And super chat. Deku for Trump. Thank you. Let's put it here. An anime broadcast in the US called Tonami sent a BLM message calling the viewers racists. The US cast of Boku no Hero Academia endorsed the riots. Whoa. Anime. Are they like I know nothing about anime, but the viewers are racists? Huh. Interesting. I feel like all this, like movies and animes and Hollywood and all even musicians are largely affected by communism. Like it's the same here in Japan as well. Our actors or all this like entertainment kind of people are mostly left wings, and they affect our country as well. So I'm so sorry that I'm not familiar with anime stuff, but yeah, I'm worried. Oh, Roger, thank you so much for your super chat. Love your work. Oh, thank you. I try. I am wanting to get a new camera as well, and yeah, I'm trying hard. Those Silicon Valley voice actors don't live in the real world. Oh yeah, voice actors. I saw the news about it, that they're they're being like they're bringing race war into the voice acting, right? It's like crazy. How is Japan? Japan is good. I feel like we're having a shift. Apparently our prime minister is about to be replaced. And so a lot of we are having a crazy shift right now. And yeah, it's like, I don't know, we are in the transition mode. So like everything is hectic and we're all busy and it's crazy. But when our leader changes, there is usually a national level election followed by that. But this time it might be a little bit like we might have a little bit of time until we have an election. So that's good news. It's rumored that there'll be one very soon, but I don't think that it is happening. Like I visited the National Diet building in Tokyo. Like we came back yesterday, like last night, and we kept running around in the National Diet. There are buildings for members of the National Diet, and we have lots of friends there. So we were visiting one after another, and we kept there was something that we wanted to talk about to them, but at the same time we asked about the election, and they're like, oh, it's not gonna happen soon, so that was good. So, Alex says, so we both have a far left celebrity problem on both sides of the Pacific. Yes. I think it's the worldwide phenomenon because like what happens is that those communists especially know how to use influence. They know how to win the information war, so they approach to all these people that have like lots of influence. So for that, YouTubers should be alarmed, because I see, like, for example, I used to watch this Korean American in America. Like, she's a beauty guru, and it's just like I'm such a tomboy. Growing up, I was such a tomboy. So when I was learning English, I kept talking to guys, so I didn't know how women speak. So I sometimes go online and try to see how women talk in America. And so I was watching this one in Korean American, and sometimes she gets really political. And I think that, she's from California, so it's like genuinely like she's just fashionable gal, so like influenced by Hollywood and so on. So I understand that, but she sometimes talk about like pro North Korean, or no, not pro North Korean, but anti Japan stuff. Like, she read this fictional historical book about Japan South Korean relation, like how it was hard for Koreans in Japan during the wartime to survive and so on. And basically, like, her narrative was like accusing Japan. So I was like, huh? Like, in wartime, everybody suffers. So I'm like, what the hell? So I stopped watching her. Yeah. Sad story. Let's read your comments. Ooh, I don't want to miss your comments. Paul Garcia asks, Michael Savage refers to Hollywood as Katzenberg. What? Okay. Most of them are pro-Palestine, Jewish, Hollywood executives. Oh, Palestine or Palestine. I don't even know how to read in English. Palestina, right? Interesting. Yeah, I'm not familiar with like Middle East issues. That's a problem of Japan, It was interesting though. Like, I was on Twitter earlier today, like when I woke up, and I saw Sarah Carter's retweet of this tweet, another person's tweet, and was it? Oh yeah, it was about Bahrain and Israel's peace. Like which countries support that, and which countries like what countries opposed to that. And so they're like welcoming the peace, and those countries that are against. And there was a list of both, and I didn't see my country there. There's like welcoming countries are like US, UK, EU, and Egypt, and blah blah blah. There's no Japan. And I don't know if my country showed any pro agreement or disagreement, but Japan is like, no, we don't have much presence, so that's sad. But maybe we're asking for it, we don't know. But okay, let's read your comments. It's a trend. People on the left follow a set of morals which can lead them to be degenerate or accept Sorry, I need to learn English. I'm not familiar with big words. Sorry. Oh, yay, T-Bone! Super chat. Yoko, hi, Cookie. What room is this? The library room. This is my room in this new place that we rented. We moved recently, like at the end of July. So yeah, it's been like a month now, and I'm finally setting up everything. So yeah, by the way, that this side, oh wait, this is what I drew. It's huge. But at midnight, I was like, you know what? This board is just hanging there in our apartment. So we are like, I'm going to draw on that. Okay. Oh, another super chat. Thank you. Pounger Band's Quest. How is the COVID-19 situation in your area? I have a business trip scheduled for October to Fukuoka, and I'm hoping that I won't have to cancel. Oh, Fukuoka is safe. We do have some infected people, I don't even know the number anymore. Like, we're so like numb. We are so used to it. So I don't know the exact number, but it's not that bad. And I could see the difference though. I visited Tokyo, as I said, and we were there for 3 or 4 days in Tokyo. We spent the time in Tokyo for 3 or 4 days. And when I had a meeting in this bar-ish restaurant, and there were people gathering in like a large number, like 6 or 8. And they're so loud, like when people drink, they go loud and spit each other, right? Spit to each other. And so I could see why like Tokyo people, like the infected number in Tokyo is bad even right now. Like, but it's like 200 maybe. I could be wrong, but it's not as bad as the rest of the world. But we are really cautious. But in Fukuoka Prefecture, everyone wears a mask, and so bring your mask, definitely. And yeah, even on the plane, we have to wear a mask. Like there was this Japanese dude on the plane recently. He refused to wear a mask, even though he was asked many times by the attendants and so on, but he rejected. And then the plane landed just abruptly, like emergency. And he was passed to the police. Like he had to get off the plane. It's been controversial. So when my husband and I flew to Tokyo the other day, on our way there was no problem, but on our way back, there was announcement going on in the airport saying that it's an obligation now to put on a mask. So there's a change now. But anyway, yeah, you'll be safe in Fukuoka, I think, if you just make sure that you're protected. Bring sanitizer and don't touch stuff. Like I've been okay. So okay. Let's read. I love the heart. So simple. Okay, Trump will win. I hope so too. Let's make him win. Really, Japanese people, except for like China's pets here in Japan, we all cheer on Trump. We love President Trump. So, yep. T-Bone, congrats. We need to send you our MAGA hats and books. Oh, I have a few. Like you can see here at the corner. Can you see the Trump's face there? I have a small book, and there are a few others that 4 years ago someone sent me a bunch. Yoko. What is this? In Japanese, Rax asks, あなたは中国の共産党を支持していますか？していません。The person is asking, do you support Chinese Communist Party, CCP? No! We are fighting against them. Okay. Oh, there's this Japanese guy. He comes on our Japanese live streaming show every Monday. Okay, let's see this one. Ebizuka-san says, any idea when travel from the US will be permitted again? Want to finally go to Japan. Oh, I hope so too. Like, but I actually have no idea. Right now, though, inside of Japan, there are policies that are made, like they are giving discounts to travelers to travel inside of Japan, so that the sightseeing industry, like what is called tourism industry, is very much affected by COVID-19, and we need to. But of course, we know that we need to both medically and economically, we need to save our country, and everybody knows that. So right now, politicians are trying to encourage they are stimulating the economy right now by giving discounts to travelers and so on. But Tokyo right now is what you call I can't remember the word, but excluded. But it will be added again. No, again for the first time. It will be added. Tokyo will be added to the discounts starting in October, I hear. Don't know if it will happen, but okay. Another question or comment. I've seen the Japan Trump rallies. They are a lot more patriotic than the leftists here. That's gonna always happen. Yeah, it's so interesting. Yeah, there is a group of people in Japan that protest, or rather, it's like they just express how much they support President Trump, and I'm friends with them. But yeah, like even though of course we are Japanese, and it's kind of bizarre to do that sort of stuff. So not everyone does that sort of expressions, like holding we support Trump kind of stuff. We don't do that on a daily basis except for them. But like people here, especially conservatives, if you're conservative here, everybody supports President Trump. Yeah, so because it's all about anti-China or not. So yep, Waylon says the COVID-19 death rates are not as high as they are making it out to be. Look up Dr. Don Erickson from Accelerated Urgent Care. He breaks the information down very well. Oh, okay. Yeah, the thing about America is the numbers. In Japan, everybody is honest, and we don't want to get in trouble, and we don't. I don't even know if they're like frauds and so on, but usually Japanese people are really strict when it comes to our rules and laws. But when it comes to America, like there are some financial support, right? If you have like COVID-19 patients, you get supported by the government or whatsoever. I heard something like that. So the numbers, I don't know how accurate they are. So yeah, I will look up Don Erickson. I will remember Don Erickson. Erickson is the character from How I Met Your Mother. What was it? Marshall Erickson? I love that show, and it's so interesting. I was watching President Trump's, like he was interviewed by Jeanine Pirro, as I said, and I was watching him speak, and he said it's gonna be. He said it's gonna be. Trump said it's gonna be, and I'm like, I know he's gonna say legendary, and and he said literally said legendary, and I was like, I don't know if you're familiar with How I Met Your Mother, the TV show, but there's a character named Barney, and he's like always what he says is like, it's gonna be legend, wafery, dairy. So I'm so used to hearing that. So when I heard President Trump say it, I'm like, crazy man. Okay. Anyway, I talk too much. Okay. It's hard to travel back and forth out of Japan right now, even for us foreigners with permanent residency. Certain countries are restricted, and those that are allowed need to fit special conditions. Oh, yes. Yeah, it's hard right now, I believe. You have to spend like 2 weeks in quarantine and so on, maybe. It depends on where you're coming from too, I think. But it's really sad, like, as I said, I draw stuff like this, and I have an Etsy store online, and I was physically sending like those like hard, like this exactly one, like smaller size, but I have a store open, and I was sending my art to my consumers. And recently I tried to send at the post office, and the people in the office were like, "Oh, can we send to America right now?" They looked up, and it was really hard to send. I don't even know if the delivery was like done safely, so I must check later, like very soon. But yeah, all these international things are very affected. But yeah, so in a way, I think that globalism is dying. And what's interesting about that is that it's caused by China. But China is very sneaky, and they know how to get around. So they're dominating the market. Even as I said, when I was purchasing a microphone, like I wanted to get a good microphone for cheap, but now there are lots of demands and less. It's more expensive now, but China is making lots of products, sneaking in lots of things. Okay. We need the convalescent plasma treatment here in Japan to cure those who still has the CCP virus safely and ethically, but the media will never allow it, or they will lose jobs. Oh, I don't know the technical things, but yeah. Yeah, lots of, when it comes to medical stuff, lots of like rights are like what I don't even know what's called. Like there are lots of interests, conflicting, and it's hard. But I don't know anything about this treatment thing, so sorry. I can't really comment. But a question. But can you explain honne and tatemae in simple terms? Is it tatemae technically lying, for example? Yes. So what he wrote there is honne and tatemae. So it's a Japanese culture, So Japanese people culturally. Wait. Firstly, let's answer. So is tatemae technically lying, for example? So yes, it is lying. We are lying to everybody's faces. But there are lies that are bad, and there are lies that are good, So the fundamental thing that you should understand is that Japanese people don't like to disagree face to face, or like we just don't like disagreements in general, and so we avoid like we try so hard to avoid disagreements at any level, even national diet level. So like our politics is messed up because politicians don't want to conflict each other, unless you're like opposition parties and like those governing parties. Those always conflicts, but in order to proceed something, we make sure that everybody agrees. So what we do is we talk to everybody beforehand to check what everyone is thinking, and then we go check like, oh, can we do this and that? And it's called nemawashi. So like just like planting a new plant to a different place, soil to a soil from a different place. Like when you implant, you need to prepare the new soil, and like you have to dig and make sure that it's gonna go straight to the new spot, right? So it's taken from that, but we make sure that everybody is prepared for what we are going to do. So we have that sort of culture as a base. And so when it comes to like relationships, we have honne, like our true feelings, but we hide it. No wonder people die a lot here from suicides, you know. We don't show our emotions or what we are thinking. And so they're not straightforward at all. They cover it up and then try to, like, they respect our community before ourselves. So I'm the exception, you know, like I'm so rude in Japan. Like I'm a rude person in our community. I just speak it, you know. But I bet that every country has like similar things. But in my country, it's just like hardcore. So I hope that explains. Okay, let's see. Who will replace Shinzo Abe? His name is Suga, Mr. Suga. He's the chief cabinet secretary. And but I mean, we will have like a voting day on Monday, so it's not official. But the new prime minister will be appointed on Wednesday, so it's very soon. And the replacement is the person is from the same party. Like it's Mr. Suga, the guy who's supposed to be the successor of Prime Minister Abe, is the current chief cabinet secretary from the Liberal Democratic Party, the same party as Abe. So yeah, sure, okay. Let's read more. How many minutes? Oh, I have to go in 30 minutes. So write your comments or questions. This is a Q&A session, a weekly one, and just interacting with you guys. Whatever is fine. Like I put like Abe and Trump and Japan, but you can ask anything basically. I'm not you know, I'm I'm an ordinary person, even though like as for political activities, I'm such a professional, you know, I'm an activist, I'm a journalist, but I'm not, I'm like, it's so specified, so I don't know everything, but obviously, but yeah. My rudeness is awesome. That's that's great. Thank you so much. Japan think you're rude, but you're just honest and blunt. Yeah. Let's put it as that. That's why I instantly I had this attachment to Donald Trump. Like, you know, when he came to the race, you know, like he's so he's very blunt. You know, people like those anti-Trump people were bashing him for that. But I'm like, you know, politicians lie to your face always. So yeah, when I saw him speak bluntly and honestly about what he thinks, it was really good. You know, it's like fresh air. My husband, by the way, gave me this newspaper. Oh, maybe he wants me to show you this part. There's a different part. Okay. This is today's newspaper, I believe. This is about Israel and Bahrain, and this is for. Sorry, the lighting is really bad. I don't know how to fix that, but okay. So this is This is Ishiba. This. He's bad. He's anti-Japan, pro-China. This is Mr. Suga. He will be probably the new prime minister. This is Kishida. I don't even know how he is, what kind of person he is. He's just a guy, like but Mr. Suga. Yep. I don't even know how to comment, man. My husband just came in and gave me this without saying anything. So, yeah. Anything here? Ooh. It's talking about our national security too, with a map. Okay. I don't know. I'm in my room today, and my husband is watching this like from another room, so it's weird. Okay. Could you add English subtitles in your other YouTube videos? I'd like to, but I don't think that I have the time to do that or energy. So what I'm thinking right now, by the way, is that I would just make videos in both languages. I tried it, like, adding subtitles, but I guess I will make different videos, maybe on the same matter. Sometimes it can vary. I don't know, but I'm still thinking, like, and some people, overseas want to hear me speak Japanese, like natural Japanese, and practice the listening of the Japanese language too, and it's great. But I don't think I have the capacity to be able to translate everything. So yeah, but I will probably be changing my style. I'm using StreamYard today, for example, and I'm considering purchasing the professional one, like the service, like $20 a month. It's probably worth it. Like there will be, like, I can probably do more with this. So I'm thinking about it. Okay, anyway. Mikines says, did you hear about the Kumamoto University researcher murder case? No, I haven't heard it. There was a murder case? Is it recent? Sorry, I'm not familiar with that. Okay, let's go here. Oh, this is probably about Tatemae thing. By the way, awesome profile picture. Is that I don't even know how it's called in English. Is it like lobster or shrimp? Anyway, what you are explaining is similar to the English tradition of politeness. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Would you say that to your mother, etc.? Yeah. I think it's the same. Yeah, and it's interesting that when I was studying English in high school, this professor nearby, from a nearby university, came. Like, he teaches English at the university nearby, to, like, it was close to my high school, and he came to give a lecture for us one day in high school. And he was talking about how American people don't apologize. And I was shocked, I didn't know what he was talking about. Like, huh? And I had a online boyfriend at the time, and he was apologizing to me here and there. So I'm like, what is he talking about? And now I look back, and I think he was talking about like when accidents happen and so on, or all those sorts of like lawsuits type of things, that you don't apologize easily so that you don't get in trouble. But so it was interesting. Lots of things are misunderstood, culturally. So that's interesting. Wait. Okay. Trump is not your typical politician. He calls at it. He calls at as he sees it. Yes, I was, I visit Tokyo, right? And I met lots of people in Tokyo in this trip. And what I realized was that Japan, in America, President Trump is calling out on the establishment, right? Like he's fighting against the establishment in the US. And what I realized is that inside of our conservative community here in Japan, I feel like there's the establishment, that there's this major people, LDP, like our governing party right now, and there are journalists and opinion leaders attached to them who write books and who gives comments on TV shows and online and so on. So there's a group of people inside of our conservative community, and they are actually not like improving our politics. It's rather that we, for example, people like myself try to change our like a political political map, I would say. Like we need a good opposition party that is patriotic. All we have right now, like the opposition parties right now, are fundamentally, except for one, they are or two, yeah, they are, the big ones are very anti-Japan and they're pro-China and they're not like Japanese minded. So conservative people don't like it, right? Like we want to change it. And true conservative ones like myself kept trying to establish a patriotic opposition party, but every time this establishment type of people among our conservative community kept bashing us and attacking us. So each time we had a chance, it was not possible. So I feel like it's like, Republican Party versus Trump, or the establishment versus Trump. So we are realizing now, like, especially I am realizing that, we are having the same battle here in Japan, that something has to be changed here. So I'm learning a lot from Trump, so I really respect him, like not just for like political reason, like right now, like of course we don't want Biden to be chosen, and so that's why we're supporting President Trump. But at the same time, like all these other things for all other things as well, like we support President Trump. Let's see. Why Ishiba wore a Majin Buu costume years ago? I have no idea. But here, Ishiba is the one of the candidates here. This one is Ishiba. Yep. And he criticized his own party a lot, and he's not getting supports inside of his party because he tries to get liked by the citizens, and so he gives lots of performances, and it's the costume thing is probably part of that he's just trying to appeal to the citizens, because he can't fight inside of his party because he tries to sell out well, betraying his own party and so on. So okay. I always wanted to learn how to read Japanese. Oh, you should. It's like, I think Japanese language is definitely difficult. It's even difficult for myself, like I'm a native here, but it's still difficult. However, I think the like a conversational level is easy. I think that you just need to learn. I mean, there are 3 ways to write things, but you just need to learn the two, hiragana and katakana, the simple ones. And yeah, it'll get fun, Mobius asks, does Japan have a good relationship with the Philippines? I think so. I mean, I don't know. Philippines. I don't know things in detail, but I believe that we are in a good relationship. Like in Asia or elsewhere, I think the only countries that we have problems with are North Korea, South Korea, and China. Like even China, there are lots of pro China people or like National Diet members here. Those are probably like bribed and so on as for China. But yeah, so other than those three countries, we don't hear any bad things. So yeah, we are friends with everybody probably. I'm focused on America apparently. So yeah, but also I'm really close with those who are fighting against CCP right now. So yeah, but Philippines is kind of tricky because the current president Duterte I don't know the English pronunciation, but he is anti-China, but or like he's a strong leader, but and we expected him to be like anti-China, but economically, he is using China, so not sure how where they stand. Oh, do you have interest on buying or cooking lamb? It's a healthy version of meat, and you can use nutrients without the fear of gaining weight. My husband and I, we love lamb or mutton. Yeah, we love that a lot. Like Asian, like ethnic cooking in Asia, especially like Uyghur or even Tibet too. Yeah, we love to eat those. It's not inside of Japanese food like dietary, but lots of Japanese people like it. But I don't think that our grocery stores are selling those. Maybe like frozen type, but we don't get to eat that often. But my husband and I, since we are like politically engaged and we have interests in other countries' dishes, we eat a lot. We did even in Tokyo. Okay. By the way, I'm kind of catching a cold. It's not COVID. It's just that the air was really dry. So yeah, sorry if my voice is weird. Okay. Patrick says the mainstream media is all lies and propaganda. Don't know what you see over there in Japan, but don't believe the lies. I'm highly aware of that. So it's the same here in Japan. The media is left biased here, and our left biased media is connected to the left media in the US. Especially as for American news or the world news, we rely on the outlets in the US, so it's automatically left biased when we import the information. But even aside from that, Japanese media is pretty left biased, and we don't like it. So yeah, it's a world phenomenon. It's attached with business and everything, I believe. So yeah, but Japanese people, though, by the way, there are many conservative groups here, and this one big group, I think it was maybe, I don't even know which year. Years ago, there was this boycott, like canceling movement among the conservatives in order to attack our one of our left biased TV stations, and people marched and so on, canceling like it was calling out to cancel their sponsors and so on, but it didn't really, like, it was successful at the time, but it didn't, like, that was the one time only, and nothing's happening afterwards. People complain but don't take actions here, so yeah, again, like we don't like to disagree, with each other. So, 10 more minutes to go. So, guys, leave your questions or comments. Whatever is fine. Saisho Wagu. Can't read it. It's hard to talk politics here for me in Japan with most other foreigners. Because of my race, people always expect to think one particular way. Oh. I prefer to hear all sides, research facts, and make my own opinions. I wonder what your background is. But yeah, so you're a foreigner in Japan, and it's hard to talk about politics. It's so like there's this pressure that when you talk about politics like publicly, you must follow the left narrative, whether you're Japanese or foreigner, like it doesn't matter. You're like expected to have like liberal biased ideas. So I do feel the pressure, even me as a Japanese, like I'm a native here, but even I have a hard time. So I can't even imagine what it's like to be a foreigner here, like patriotic foreigner here, and state your own opinion, because you don't want to make troubles, create troubles with those who are around you. But then when people say weird stuff, you're like, I always just, I just always smile like, nah, but I think like this, and I just, I act goofy to get around, but state my own opinion. But I hear you though. It's hard to talk about politics. Japanese people just avoid that, really. Okay. Paul Garcia says, do you know some Osaka Ben words? Why is it Osaka people, including my wife, discourages us to know Osaka dialect words, but they use it every day? Oh, because you're not good at it. I don't know, man. Osaka people who are unique, quite unique. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's interesting though. Like me, I am in Fukuoka prefecture. Like Japan have 4 main islands, and mine is Kyushu Islands, and Fukuoka is one of them. Like in the southern island, and I like people talk here, and we talk about Osaka here, saying that Osaka culture or like dialects and just culture in general in Osaka. People are so different in Osaka, and we talk about that here in Fukuoka prefecture. And when we visit Tokyo, we talk about it too. Like Tokyo people are saying like, "Oh, Osaka people are so like different from us," and because even politics is different there. And it's hard to understand what's going on there, and it's just they have the pride to be like they are patriotic of their own region. So I personally just let them be. Yeah, they're really strong. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, well, Watchman. I forgot. I've been watching Trump speak in Nevada, though. Oh, he's been going around in places giving speeches. That's awesome. Yeah, I've never been to Trump rally, but it's cool though that even through like videos, I can feel like how people are enthusiastic and having a great time, trying to be patriotic at Trump rallies and so on. Oh, wait. Did I miss this? Where is it? Oh, it's here. Yay! Patriotic Gestalt. Thank you so much for your super chat. You should give a listen to Tim Pool's interviews with Kim Classic or and Billy like Trump, they are new school Republicans. The RNC didn't invite Kim to the convention. The Trump campaign had to invite her. Oh, interesting. Tim Pool's interviews with them. Okay, I will. Can I take a screenshot of this? Yes, I can. I did. I took a note of that. So thank you. I will check them out. Yeah, it's very important. Like, it's the 21st century, and the politics have to change. Yeah, we need to, and you know, it's kind of lonely to fight against the establishment and so on in like each of our country. But if we get connected in the world, we can show that it's a movement. You know, it's a new age with different set of mind and different set of people. And so it's really exciting to know that there are people like that, the new kind. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's go 4 more minutes. Lilheven or Heaven. A lot of Koreans are really nice people. The problem is leftist Koreans. South Korea is critical to security. Yeah, South Korea, this is something that Japanese people are having a hard time understanding, like especially like right wings and conservatives here. I was actually, when I first got interested in politics, I didn't understand it very much either. So I was like massively attacking South Korea and I was like, you know, leading my country to be divided with South Korea, which was a bad idea. But excuse me, South Koreans are good people, you know, like it's just like any other country. People are nice, but the education there is very, very like anti-Japan and pro. Right now, I believe it's pro North Korea. And yeah, and there are lots of spies. Like North Korea has lots of spies in the world, actually, not just Asia. So you gotta watch out for that. And always when I look at the politics in the world, I always make it a habit to understand like each country precisely. Like there are lots of different kinds of people inside of one country, and also there are backgrounds that are making the demographic. So like, yeah, you have to know what's going on with the media and education and so forth. And yeah, for that though, I just remembered randomly that people are trying to cancel Netflix right now. And I get it, you know, there's this pedophilia kind of show, like Cuties, is it called? The TV show. I mean, the Netflix. It's on Netflix, and it's a problem. It is a problem, you know, like sexualizing children. But I don't know. There are lots of like kind of conservative leaning shows as well there, you know, like the one I was watching is Good Witch, and there are like movies that are very like celebrating the traditional customs and so on, which I enjoy. But people are, instead of, you know, attacking or criticizing the one specific show, people are now trying to cancel Netflix, and I understand that there are like, you know, Democrats. I saw even a picture of like Obama involved in that and so on. And I don't know how much is true even. But I bet that there are lots of people involved in Netflix, you know, like Democratic Party side. However, I think that it's kind of unrealistic to, you know, try to destroy Netflix, and rather you should control those people instead, you know, because all they want is to run the business. So what we need to we need to show the demand, what we want. So yeah, that's how we control, I think, realistically. 117 says, Yoko, no, you can't leave. You stay longer. Thank you. Maybe I should do like a special version one day to stay for hours and see, I'll watch you guys fall asleep kind of thing. It's creepy, I know. But we'll see. Oh man, I want to read everything, but Team Pool got repealed. That's good. What's better with Adam? Adam repealed him. Okay, I need to follow all these communities. To be fair, ... Yeah, that show is so gross. I believe you're talking about cuties. You're canceling Netflix? Oh, T-Bone! Alas, shout out to Yoko's husband and Hirohito family, MJGA. Oh, thank you so much. My husband came in to show you your super chat actually now. So thank you so much. Yeah. My husband is like, he knows that this is my show, so he's like staying away not to be on the camera. And so Phoenix, Yoko, are you pregnant? I wish I was. I'm chubby, okay? It's so hard, like there's this thing like on the trains we have special like priority seats for pregnant women or elderly people or like disabled people, and some people say like, oh, you should sit down here, like to regular women, and they are not pregnant, but like because their belly is big, they try to be nice, and then the women get offended and so on. I don't know if that really happens, but like there's a scenario that I hear sometimes. But anyway, yeah. Well-trained husband. I know, right? Like the thing is that we as a couple, we married couple, we know when I am supposed to shine and when it's his turn to be the star. We know when and where to play our own roles. Okay, Mr. Pickles. Hey, Yoko, I've been a silent watcher. Oh, you've been a silent watcher. Funny. For some time, just want to say in the future, fiction mic placement, the top filter is hiding your smile. How do I do that? I'm afraid like people put it like this, like on the side, but then I don't know if the audio changes. This is like one way, it's not, this microphone doesn't catch the voice from like surroundings. I have to face it. Maybe, I don't know. I have to check. Did it change at all? Is it okay I go straight like look at you guys and okay. No difference, I guess. So you stay here. I need to. Okay, it's the same. Cool. Thank you, Mr. Pickles. Thank you, Silent Watcher, for pointing out. Oh, and T-Bone, husband needs a lot of strawberry and sushi. Fast baby. Well, strawberry. Okay. I'm not quite catching what you mean, but anyway, thank you though. Oh, sushi sounds so good. It's lunchtime now. I don't know what we're gonna get. Anyway, it's past an hour, so I have to let you guys sleep, and me, I have to Live the day. Lots of things to catch up on. Boo. Okay. Oh, thanks for letting me know about the microphones. That's good that it's the same. Now you can see my smile. Oh, my music channel? Yeah, it's dead now, though. Thank you. I want to play more. I have a keyboard here. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, it's so hard to say bye to you guys, but I have to go now. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. This is a weekly live streaming show. So next week at the same time, I'll come on. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit the bell so that you get notifications on. Yep. You guys have a great night. Okay. So sweet of you. Okay, so yes, I like metal. Secretly loving new metal still. But yeah, thank you guys. I'm gonna go now, okay? So have a great night and be safe wherever you are. Okay. Keep in touch on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Random Yoko. Okay. Now I'm done. Okay, so thank you. Okay, bye bye this time.